Hello everybody, welcome to another edition of His Turn, Her Turn. I, as usual, am the His Turn portion of this, Paul Bryan, along with Lauren Fix, the car coach.
You play that part well.
I know, I'm identifying as the His Turn part of this.
I am the Her Turn, Lauren Fix. We are here driving something a little different.
Where are we?
We are in Santa Barbara, California.
Where are we?
In Santa Barbara, California.
Where are we?
I don't know, where are we?
We're at the El Canto in Santa Barbara, California, which...
been here since 1913, so I've been told.
Which is just a year before we arrived.
Yeah, you speak for yourself. Anyway, we get invited to a lot of drive events, and sometimes we're like, which one do you pick? But when I got invited to this, and I knew it was a hydrogen-powered vehicle, I said, I got to do this. I really, truly, it's only in California. I mean, how often do you get this opportunity?
Yeah, and let's point that out. This is a California-only vehicle for now.
For now. This is the 2017 Honda Clarity, and this is the fuel cell version.
FC Clarity.
Yes, so this is the fuel cell. I was told New York, New Jersey, Massachusetts, and Connecticut, which is the northeast corridor of those states that they're looking at next. But what they need is one thing, infrastructure. And they have that already here in California for hydrogen. And it doesn't take any longer to fuel up in hydrogen than it does in gasoline.
For a car that's an alternative fuel vehicle, I usually kind of go, give me some, I want to burn some dinosaurs. I really do. I mean, this is trick stuff. Unless it's like a Porsche 918 or something like that. This is a quantum leap. This is a big change from what we've been used to. And the reason why is because it's the size of an Accord. You can put 5 people into it comfortably. We're driving around town. It's tomb quiet.
It is oddly quiet.
It really is, and
like golf cart quiet.
And that's the eerie part that takes you a moment to get used to. But once you do, you really kind of embrace that. I like the torque on it. If you just, the low end torque. If you take a look at the torque curve on a chart, it spikes and it just holds. So it's really nice in that regard. And remember, most of the time you drive torque in your car. Horsepower, it's a nice number. It's something that you pull out when you're playing that game. But torque is what you really need to drive. This has got all the right stuff. All of the surfaces are terrific. They're soft. They're nice finishes. I'm surprising myself that I'm thinking, you know what? I'm never going to give up my 911. But
never.
But if I just wanted a car to drive, just a daily driver, where I didn't want to put out a lot of money for fuel, this would make a lot of sense. Half the time we wind up in a gas station someplace, and we're looking at something very strange. We're going to make this absolutely a lot more palatable this time by coming to Norton's Deli in Santa Barbara. Now Lauren got the deli. I'm mainlining the corned beef, and off we go.
All right.
That's what I'm doing.
Thanks, ladies. Appreciate it.
This place is very busy, even in the middle of the day. What do you think, Paul? Look at that. That is a corned beef sandwich. I eat paleo, which means no wheat, no dairy, no soy, nothing icky, right? So there are times I have an exception, and that is when it's real Reuben with real pastrami on real rye. What's cool about this, we saw it on Triple D, which is Diners, Dives, and Drive-Ins, and now I am going to get my first bite of this because Guy Fieri looked like he was really loving it. I don't even know where to start. This is so good. Oh my gosh.
This is really risky.
Oh my gosh.
This is risky.
Why?
Do you need a moment?
I need a moment. This is good. And with the real New York pickles, I have a home in New York City, and there's nothing like these pickles. These are real half sours. If you've never had a real New York pickle, oh my God, these are worth a moment. So this is my first time ever driving a production hydrogen fuel cell vehicle. I have driven prototypes before for the Ford Explorer and the Chevy Equinox. This is, I guess in the mid-90s when we thought this was the way to go because the current administration, which was the Bush administration, thought this was a smart move. And this police officer is looking at me. Hello, officer. racer. When you put it in sport mode, which is what I have now, you get this really cool like whine, like a turbine. I don't know if you can hear it. I think it's cool. It's so quiet. It's so weirdly quiet. And now that I'm in this angled shot, it's kind of like futuristic. All we need is Scotty to say, beam me up. But as far as this being a Honda Clarity, overall, it's nothing different from any Honda vehicle you would expect. It's got lane watch. It's got the great technology, the 8-inch screen, everything that you would have in any car. Android Auto, Apple CarPlay, tons of outlets. You're not giving anything up. You've got 5-passenger seating. You've got lots of headroom. You've got everything you would get in any sort of Honda product. I think the one thing is what you're getting is the performance, and it's interesting how it charges. I'm noticing a charge area here in the digital gauge that's in front of me, and we're about half tank. Looks like. No, actually we're not. We're about a full tank. That's a battery. Gotta learn these new cars. There's nothing different from any other vehicle other than what it's pushed by, what it's propelled by, and this hydrogen fuel cell technology is cool. It's California only right now, which is kind of sad, but let's go find someone and ask some questions.
So this is the new Clarity fuel cell, which is a fuel cell electric vehicle, and that's the point. It's an all-electric car. Rather than get its electricity from batteries, it has a fuel cell stack generating electricity on demand, combining hydrogen from the fuel tank and oxygen from the air, making electricity as needed. So the beauty of hydrogen is that really it can be made from a number of resources and regionally take advantage of the energy mix that we have throughout our country. For example, where we have lots of solar electricity, hydroelectric electricity, or wind farms, you can electrolyze water and make hydrogen, hence H2O. We have an abundance of natural gas, and we can make it from that. We can also make it from biomethane, which is a renewable resource. So today, over 33% of all the hydrogen brought to customers here in California comes from renewable resources. This is a ever-increasing pathway to 100% renewable.
I came into this thinking it's going to be a car.
That's what I
I'm
thought
walking
too.
out of this saying this is a car that I could own.
You know,
But even though you can't own it, you can lease it.
you could, yeah, you lease it. That's
Yeah.
true. And the numbers, what was it, like 200 and
No, 369 I think.
three?
the number was.
We'll have it down below. The lease rate includes 20,000 miles in the lease package, as well as $15,000 in hydrogen. You would not know you were driving a hydrogen vehicle except for the fact that it's so quiet. It's unbelievably quiet.
It's so quiet that you hear things that you don't normally hear in a car, that are in every car, but
Right.
it gets masked out by,
But no
by
road
other
noise. It obviously was designed well. It's Honda. I mean, they've been working on this since the 80s.
Yeah.
And hydrogen is everywhere, where all these trees are giving us more. So it's not being
from
farmed. It's not being
From the
farmed.
Hydra,
He's
they've
smoking
got-
something.
they've
Smoking
got
hydrogen.
Secret hydrogen farms in Idaho. They told me.
So for more information on this vehicle, there's more information down below. Please like, share, and of course comment.
And subscribe.
And subscribe. Hit that button at the top, subscribe. And of course follow us on our Facebook page, His Turn, Her Turn. And you can follow me at Lauren Fix, all forms of social media, just at LaurenFix. And where can we find you?
Let's see. I tweeted the Paul Bryan. You can find me on Facebook, the Paul Bryan, very easily found there. The Motor Minute.
Yes,
And,
you're everywhere.
Yeah, it's all over the place.
Yeah, and we thank you so much for the
find us,
subscriptions.
because we're trying to find you. The least you could do is try to find us.
Yes, it's a give and
It's
take.
a symbiotic thing.